Hi, Taurus. Welcome to Earth Wisdom Fire Tarot. This is going to be a general reading. I'm doing this in the beginning of May, but this could resonate for you at any time when you're watching it. And this could be for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Sorry it's been so long. Hello again. It's good to see you. And welcome to my new subscribers. And what else? Oh, yeah, we're going to go through like the situation. So it could be for any situation in your life. And then we're going to go through challenges and opportunities and next steps. Just so you have a little heads up while I shuffle. I am open for personal readings at this time. You can find all that info down below. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is the Strength card. I do feel like this situation is very internal. I feel like what's happening is a major spiritual realignment, and it's coming as a result of having conquered some really deep-seated um it could be a toxic behavior, it could be a fear, it could be a blockage, but whatever this was, it feels like it was like very deeply entrenched and it took almost everything in you to overcome this. Yeah, I feel like this has brought you a lot of clarity and a lot of closure. I think that the main thing that this is, because we have the Seven of Cups in reverse and the World. Sorry, I'm not saying the cards nearly as much as I should. So yeah, this feels like a really big alignment. And I don't even want to say realignment because I honestly feel like this is a departure, like this is something new. You have the King of Rods in reverse, so it could have had to do with overcoming somebody that was kind of like blocking you from your path, somebody that maybe required a lot of your energy and focus and attention. And I think that this made you feel kind of weak and drained and like you didn't have the energy that you needed to pursue your mission and your purpose. With the Hierophant, I feel like you've really learned some major spiritual lessons here, and you've really taken on this new role, because this is like your card. This is like the Taurus card, and I feel like a lot of what this is talking about is your mission, is your vibe, like your unique gift that you have to share with the world. You're really embracing this part of yourself. I don't even want to say it's a part of yourself. I feel like this is really just embracing who you are. You really know yourself. You really are feeling yourself. With the Strength card and the Hierophant card. Strength card often represents like Leo energy. And these are two, like, and that's another fixed sign as well. So yeah, I'm really liking this combo because it just means that you're really focused on the right thing. You're really determined. You're really in tune with what you need to be doing and what you need to be learning. So I feel like this is a lot of internal stuff. So this sort of external masculine energy, because you have the Emperor in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. So whether you feel like you identify with more masculine or feminine energy, we all have both within us. But these both of these feel like external energies. I feel like this situation is about really letting go of the need for something outside of you to save you or to align. I feel like you're really coming into your own power. And, I feel like, especially with this King of Rods energy, I think you were giving away a lot of your energy. Like a lot of things that you saw in this person, or like everything that you saw in this person existed within yourself. I feel like you're really truly committing to yourself as a leader and not looking to this other person for leadership. And I think that what was happening was that you felt like you needed this sort of stable situation or this stable environment in order to thrive. But I feel like with this situation, like, that was an illusion. This wasn't actually something that you needed. Um, all you really needed was to align to who you are and know yourself, and really just step up within. Just like step up to the own challenge, like your own challenges within, and just deal with all that stuff within, before even looking to anyone outside of you to assist or help. So let's look at the difficulties or challenges with this situation. Okay. So definitely feels like the problem here is that you just haven't had the energy up until now to even focus on this. I think that there was something really demanding a lot of your energy and attention. And you were giving a lot away and you weren't receiving that same energy back. So you have the Five of Wands in reverse. So I feel like you've been kind of resisting conflict. You've been resisting change. You haven't really had the capacity to deal with these really intense, difficult lessons. And I think that you've often been like really distracted by other people's stuff. That's been like a message that's been coming up a lot. Doesn't matter what the card is. It's just like the guys are just like, everybody's been focused out there, but there's a lot of stuff going on in here that's needed attention. And I feel like this Tower was this like massive awakening and revelation. And I think the challenge with this was that it was just so sudden and it was just like so profound and so intense that like nothing else could even take like could even distract you from it, because it was just like so apparent and in your face. I think that this has been something that you've struggled with other people, and other people's sort of opinions about it or their advice hasn't really hit, the way that it needs to. It hasn't really sunken in. And that was for the best, because I don't think that they were on your level or they were aligned with you. These were people that were sort of meant to draw a contrast to who you are and what it is that you want, so that you know better about who you are and what it is you want and what it is you're meant to be doing here. So with the Tower, I feel like this is that moment of no return. This is that surrender, to these forces outside of yourself. And I think this is that moment of reckoning with like how big this thing has been. It's almost like you've been keeping something a secret, because you have the Seven of Swords here. It came out in reverse, but I feel like I need to talk about it in the upright first, because I think there's been something that you've been hiding away that you've felt weird about expressing or having fully come out into the open. And I feel like with this being in reverse, it's like trying to hold that part of yourself back, or trying to keep it a secret anymore just like wasn't tenable. Like it just was not gonna happen. It just, like, the Tower needed to happen. This was inevitable. This was like divine intervention saying, hey, this is your time. Like, this is the thing that you need to work on and focus on and realize. And I think these were some things you needed to acknowledge within yourself, like in your own mind. These might be ideas that you've been hiding away, or things that you've wanted to say for a very long time that, haven't found a way to be expressed. It's like you were stuffing down all these words over and over and over again, and they just had to come out. They just kind of had to explode out, So I feel like this was a difficult thing to suppress, and it was just a matter of time before it exploded, and it did. And I think that it definitely affected some relationships in your life. It changed everything, and nothing's ever going to be the same. That's the message I'm getting. So let's look at opportunities. cards keep going over here. Okay, thanks guides for that answer. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles. So you have the opportunity to plant some seeds of intention right now. You are going to have to be patient. Like, these things are not going to manifest overnight, but I think you're going to get a confirmation at the very least, some kind of sign that confirms that this is on its way, or that it's real, or that it exists. And even though you'll have to wait for the timing when it manifests physically into your life, just knowing that it's possible or that it exists is going to give you a lot of comfort, and going to give you that sort of fuel, to be able to be patient and wait. And I feel like there are things you can do while you're waiting to really better yourself, to really invest in yourself and know yourself, and just be really, just like, approach everything from a much healthier standpoint. I'm also getting a connection to the Seven of Swords, like these two sevens, that like, it's okay that like whatever we've been hiding for a long time took a long time to come out, because everything that's hidden comes to light, and this is not some kind of sordid secret. This is not something that's like, something bad that you did. It's not anything like that. I think it's more something that you are afraid of criticism on, that you are afraid of rejection about, actually. Yeah. But it's what you've really truly wanted. Like, this is what you've always desired, what you've always wished for. And it's an answered prayer, You have the Fool here at the bottom of the deck too, so that may come out later, but I feel like there's an opportunity for a new beginning down the line, but there's some other opportunities that are coming up first that'll help prepare you for that new beginning. So we have the Devil in reverse. So like I was saying, like, doing the healthy thing, cutting out toxic people is going to be number one. When I say cutting out, I don't mean like, I think you just need to cut cords. And I think just even acknowledging your own toxicity within yourself is more than enough. Like, once you do that, and once you are like totally honest with yourself about the ways that you're numbing yourself out, or avoiding your pain, or ignoring these really loud truths within you, like, this is what's going to free you and keep you from being distracted by short-term gratification, things that make you feel good in the short term but like don't pan out in the long term. I feel like this is you really breaking free from some very thick, intense chains. And I think there's a recognition here that all you had to do was let go on your side. Like, the other side of it didn't have any responsibilities. Like, you're fully taking responsibility for this toxicity, and you're having compassion for yourself during it. Like, you are really feeling, strong enough to overcome this energy just from sheer force of will within, which may have been unfathomable to you at some point. But at this point, I think it feels like, it just feels natural. It just feels like it's been innate to who you are. So you have the Page of Swords in reverse. So for this thing that you've been keeping inside, that you haven't been able to really talk about, I think there's going to be an opportunity to really think it through first before you actually say anything or take action on it. I think that you're going to be gathering your information. You're going to be kind of hanging back and observing before you make any kind of decision or like take any kind of action forward. But I think that this is like talking about this same Seven of Swords energy, where there's still something. So it's like you've seen it, you've acknowledged it, but you still can't talk about it to anybody. And I think that's okay. I don't think that's a problem. But there is something that you can do with it, and I think that you need to channel it into something creative. There's this creative project within you, or there's this there's something that you want to explore. There's something that you want to experience. And there's literally no circumstances in your life holding you back from doing that. So this is not like you physically moving anywhere. I know that we're all under lockdown right now. Or most of us are. It's not anything like that. Like this is, you're totally capable of exploring this where you're at right now. So it could be your own imagination. Like that's been a big thing for me, and I'm a Taurus. So yeah, like this is something that is totally available to you right now. So if it's not apparent to you, like if something isn't clicking, like while we're on this part of the reading, it's in your immediate vicinity, and it's not going to be hard to find. Like it's close. And you have the Four of Swords. So you're definitely going to need to rest, because getting mentally clear and just feeling really at peace, like having your own peace of mind, is going to be such a gift, you know? And I feel like the only thing you have to do is surrender to it. You don't have to like seek this out or do anything complicated or overly like that's not something that, it's nothing that requires a lot of effort, you know? All you have to do is like stop doing stuff. So I think this is about paring down your responsibilities, or paring down your to-do list, or just putting everything on your to-do list on hold for a while and just resting and relaxing, and finding some time in quiet and solitude. That's going to be really helpful for you in terms of like getting to the right vibration to fully express whatever this thing is that you haven't been able to. Because you want to be in a really grounded, calm, peaceful place for whatever this is. Because whatever this is, it could be like a paradigm shift. It could be something that's so radical and, you know, bucks tradition so hard that people will be kind of unsettled by it. Either that, or it just has such a massive impact that like you you need to be like deeply sure of yourself. Like you need to really feel on a mind and heart level that this is like, that nothing else is really, could really possibly be your path. Like you have to have the confidence in yourself, because I don't think you're going to be getting the kind of external validation or recognition that it is that you want, especially in the beginning. Like in order to start on this path, you have to kind of initiate yourself into it. Like nobody's gonna like hold your hand or lead you that way. Like your heart is leading the way here. Let's look at next steps. Okay. Okay. So bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups, and right underneath that is the Two of Swords. So I think they like this Nine of Cups like almost came out before, now it's at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like the next steps is really just I think that you're blocking out any kind of noise that would make you doubt what's in your heart. I think that you are going to have to like defend yourself against your own like inner voice, like this like your ego voice that's trying to protect you from pain. Because I think what's happened here is that like over the course of your life, oh my god, literally right when I said that, this is exactly what I was thinking about. And it was like turned over, so I hadn't seen it. I'm like, oh, that's a card I didn't turn over. And you've experienced some intense heartbreak here. And every time that you've thought that you've gotten this thing that you want, or that everything's aligning for you, there's been, you know, some sort of setback or something that has made you feel like you've been on the wrong path all along. And that's not true. It just, all those things were just stepping stones to where you wanted to be. and you had to go through that heartbreak in order to learn how to heal yourself, because healing is likely a big part of what it is you're supposed to be doing. Um, and you have to really be confident. And, like when I say initiating yourself, like what I mean is that, because like a lot of times people think that, they need to be initiated into a tradition or a lineage, and that's true. Like you want to sort of seek advice and mentorship and, learning. But whatever this is that's going on, it's been passed down to you like through your ancestors, and they're like activated in your energy already. Like all that's necessary is you embracing this mission. So I think that instead of like keeping the blinders on and sort of ignoring this calling that's been within you all along, 'cause I feel like this has been a long time coming, just recognize that by acknowledging the truth, like the thing that you've always wanted will, like the clarity around that will become very um, blinding is the word that's coming. It's just like it will be staring you in the face, and it'll be so obvious that this is what you're meant to be doing. And when you go down that road, all your dreams are coming true. All of them. That's what the guides are saying. So you have the Empress in reverse. So I feel like you need to definitely prioritize self-care, self-love, and I'm feeling that you need a change when it comes to maybe your environment, or just like getting out in nature more. I feel like there's something here around just needing a break from what's expected. I know it's not like typical Empress messaging, but like that's just what I'm getting. um, and then we have the Lovers here, and I feel like this might be a timing card, like around Gemini season. Like I said, when you're watching this, like it could totally resonate for you wherever you're at. But we also have like Gemini North Node energy. So I feel like I said, a lot of this reading is about your mission and about choosing to embrace it. Like the Lovers card is a lot about a choice that you're making from your heart space. You're being led by your intuition and by your guides, and you feel really protected in that. And I think that like whatever this this path is that you're on, it's all about love. Everything that's not love is like being burned to the ground, is being like disintegrated, and all that stuff has to be cleared away. And I feel like a lot of that has been, cleared away by this devil energy. So when this devil energy leaves, like it's gonna feel like a huge relief, and like so much space has been opened up and that you feel free. And this Lovers card is you really embracing that and getting an example of that. So this could be, like it could literally be a lover coming into your life that fully aligns with you and your vision for your life. It could be an opportunity to live where you want to live, or it could be a mentor coming out and saying, hey, I want to help you, or it could be abundance coming in. But whatever this is, it's like fully supporting you on your path, and it's a dream come true, because I feel like your dreams are aligned with your mission. Otherwise, you wouldn't have them. So then you have the Three of Cups. So I feel like definitely soul family is coming around you. And I'm also feeling that there's a celebration. It's like you're celebrating yourself, but that recognition that you weren't getting from other people, like the right people are going to be celebrating you and be happy for you and not try to talk you out of this path that you're on. Like they're going to be fully supportive, and you're going to feel like you found your people. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is about knowing that you have the clarity that you need and the tools that you need to be able to defend your vision and articulate it. And I feel like you're going to be very discerning about who you articulate this vision with and how. And it's like you're going to feel very powerful within that. But I honestly, again, I'm feeling this like Gemini energy of like, just like very quick-witted, like very like communication is flowing easily, and you're very focused on what matters and what's right. Like if you see injustice in your reality, like you witness it, and like just through the sheer power of your presence, like you make something about that is righted just by you being around it or witnessing it or speaking up about it. So it's very, very powerful, like your energy that you are evolving into. And that's what this feels like. It's like this whole time you've been evolving into this like this version of yourself that is so strong, is so capable, is so knowledgeable, has so much experience, has so much natural talent. Like you have all these things going for you. And the only thing that's been holding you back this whole time has been this lie that you weren't good enough, or that like people wouldn't accept you, or that you would be rejected, or that you would fail. So with the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're no longer keeping your gifts to yourself. You are going to share, you are going to open up, you are going to know when it's safe to do so. And you're going to be very careful and deliberate about it, and it's not going to be this sudden thing. And then you have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So I feel like this is about really, there are going to be moments where you doubt that what you want is really meant for you, or you're going to doubt that this could really truly make you happy, because once you fully embrace this, there are going to be challenges. There are going to be things sort of coming at you that test you. And that's really just to make sure that you really want what it is that you want. And the answer to that is yes, you do want what you want. And there's going to be this, what's the word? Not a tendency, but like a moment where you consider, going backwards, or giving in to the old ways, or falling back into old habits or old patterns, or kind of shrinking away again, and just because that's on the table doesn't mean that you're actually taking that route. And it's okay if like there are moments when you have to do that. Like this is not a linear thing. It's not a linear path. Like healing isn't, like evolving isn't, embracing your mission isn't. There are going to be moments where there are setbacks, or that you feel like you need to take a step back just for your own sanity. But I think what's clear is that there's no fully going back to zero. There's no fully turning this off once it's been turned on, and I think that gives you comfort, but I think it also terrifies you that whatever you've left in the past is staying there. You have the Four of Cups, and I think there's going to be a lot of introspection and reflection on this. Definitely don't feel like there's regret here. Like just like there are going to be moments of wondering if you regret anything, and then the answer to that I feel like is going to be no, there are no regrets. You're going to embrace the love and the and just how right this feels. You're just going to embrace it. But there are going to be moments where it's hard, because like you're a Taurus, like we're slow to things. It takes a while. All the fixed signs struggle with change, and I think that's all this is. It's just like grappling with change is hard, and this is a really, really big change. And just realize that nothing's ever going to be the same. I think it's going to give you pause, and that's okay to pause. It's okay to reflect. But trust me when I say that this is what you want. Like this is it. This is everything that you've wanted. It is going to require a lot from you. It's going to require everything. You're going to have to put all of yourself into this. So yeah. So bottom of the deck is receiving. So I feel like this is how you get into this space of realizing all of this, like being open to receiving the wisdom, especially from your ancestors. Like that's a really big message coming through. Like this is from your spirit guides. Like this is from, people that are on your side. They're pushing you you know, because they know your potential. They're pushing you because um, that's what they signed up for. That's what you said that you needed. And they're giving you exactly what you need and you asked for before you even incarnated, or what your higher self is asking. So with the conscious connections card, I feel like there are definitely going to be some things that you don't want to see when you start looking deep into who you are, when you start reflecting on who this is, who you are, like what this path is. And I think there's also going to be when you meet your soul family, there's going to be this really beautiful, like, vulnerability that pours from you, or that, you know, the space that you connect with these people on is like a very vulnerable safe space, but there are going to be things that are going to be hard to look at and deal with, because everybody's going to be on this very intense path of awakening and ascension and evolution, and stuff can get ugly, stuff can get difficult, you know, but the truth is that it's all worth it. It really is worth it. Like, coming into who you are and accepting your mission. There are things that are difficult about it, but it's a different kind of difficult than feeling like there's no possible way that your dreams can come true. There's another kind of pain in settling for something that doesn't satisfy you, doesn't fulfill you, that doesn't like set you on fire and like make you feel passionate about something. Like, you're super passionate about this, but just make sure that you're not getting burnt out. You have the restore and replenish card. So this work requires a lot from you, your mission. And like I said, you have to kind of like give all of yourself. You have to like put it all on the line. But just make sure that you're always taking time to like refill your cup and replenish and take care of yourself. You are going to have to let go of some people. Like, some people are definitely not going to be able to come with you into this new phase of your life. And that is going to be painful for you to accept at first, but because the rewards are going to be so worth it. Like, you get to write your own story here. You get to come to life. You're going to feel so much more alive, and so grateful for every moment, you know, because you said yes to this opportunity, or you said yes to your own inner calling and you answered it. So that's really beautiful. I feel like it's all going to be worth it. You just really have to trust it. Definitely honor your feelings. There are going to be some tough feelings that come up here. There's like some sadness, and just, you need to mourn the past and grieve it fully, you know. There's nothing wrong with that. You need to be gentle with yourself during that process. Wow. Love it. Time for a quantum leap. Prepare for a makeover. I've worked with a lot of fine actors, both on stage and on screen. The level of their game lifts me up and brings the level of my game up to theirs. Always. It's like a constant upgrade. It's like I said, like, you are finding your people, and it's like you and your guys and your people, like, you're all pushing each other and encouraging each other and inspiring each other to be better. That's like incredible. Like, this is like thrilling, you know? Oh my God. Feel the thrill. I literally said the word thrilling, and then I looked down and saw thrill right after I said that. Incredible synchronicity. Okay. Feel the thrill of the winds of change blowing through your hair. Smell the new blessings whispering from around the next corner. Sense that you are being summoned to level up to something magnificent. You don't have to do anything rash, like give notice at your job, leave your relationship, or vacate your residence. This might just mean it's time to get curious about an improved version of yourself. Meditate on how you can best align with the higher levels of wisdom, blessings, gifts, energy now emerging through you, and infuse that awareness into your here and now. So, like I said in the beginning, it feels like this is a very internal shift. So I think a lot of this is really in your head before it like fully manifests and comes to fruition in your physical reality. So if you are getting a lot of impressions or visions or dreams about something that feels very real, you're probably seeing your future life kind of materialize. Like, it's existing in this other place and time, and you're just kind of being led to it with breadcrumbs. But you've experienced an internal quantum leap. Like, you have shifted so rapidly and so, um, you know, completely that there's no going back, you know? And that's a good thing. It's beautiful. So it's funny that I said makeover too. That's exactly what I was getting with the Empress. So you might need to like, you know, change up your look, like physically how you look, to sort of match this new version of yourself. So that's really cool. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, I offer those at my website, Earth Wisdom Fire Tarot. And yeah, love you guys so much. Bye bye.